Don't worry, Landry. I'll help fix it. Good as new.
Thanks, Felix. We'll have to give you a medal. Oh!
Hey, I want a medal too.
Uh-oh, Ralph, be careful. This structure is still very weak.
I'll fix it for you.
No, Ralph, don't do it! Looks like the treehouse is still on hold.
On the table, it is all about Disney's Ralph Breaks the Internet. Wreck-It Ralph 2 action figures from Ban Dai. We have 4 figure packs to look at, some with Ralph, others with create your own avatar. This is the internet, right? Looks like 16 facial combinations. I think we could have had more. Anyhow, action figures today include Ralph, of course, Vanellope, Fix-It Felix Jr., and everyone's favorite Sergeant Calhoun. Let's start looking at these a little closer. Let's begin to wreck these out of the box. Looks like we're starting with Ralph, of course. On the back of Ralph's box, we have an image of Ralph. With other figures available, Ralph also fits in the slaughter race vehicle of Vanellope's. Looks fast. Alright, Ralph, let's smash you out. And Ralph, outside of the box, this is one massive heavy figure. I can see why this figure did not come with an avatar. There is no room for an avatar. Good Ralph likeliness and a good scale of a figure should mix well with many of the 3 3/4 or 4-inch action figure collections out there. What do we got for articulation? I think I see something in those shoulders. Do they hinge out or are they just rotational? Oh good, there is a little bit of outward mobility. Nothing in the wrists, just giant fists. I don't see a waist rotation. How about the hips? What do they do? Okay, I can work with that. Okay, and a little bit of sitting too. So pretty good movement for such a massive figure. What about head rotation? Almost forgot. Looks like we have 360 head rotation. Ralph, you are all right for a figure. Well, who shall we look at next, of course, but Felix? I thought we were going to go with Vanellope. Well, let's stay with the same game, alright? On the back of the card, we have an image of Felix, plus the 16 different expressions avatars. Twist, mix and match, change mood, collect the others available. Excited to see, let's open up. And Fix-It Felix Jr. outside of the package. Is it me or is everything kind of swaying to the right just a little bit? Maybe it's just giant Ralph being back there causing the screen to tilt. Felix is also looking really nice. We have the Fix-It Felix blue hat, construction workup getup, and a golden hammer. Very nice. But it looks like that golden hammer is stuck embedded into his glove. I was kind of hoping it would be able to be removed and placed on his belt. There's head rotation there, but I don't want to push it. I'm worried that if I were to go past the shoulder line, he might just break the head off. I'll just keep it there then. Articulation in the shoulders, but not like Ralph, they do not bend out. I don't see waist rotation, but I do see hips. And those hips are similar to Ralph's, so you're able to slightly sit and kick out. Not really a perfectly articulated figure, but a good looking figure. There's a lot of layers going on with his head sculpt, hair and hat, utility belt, and pants. Good 3-dimensional figure. As for our create your own avatar figure, this one is really tippy. I wonder if it's just needing a little adjustment. That could be. There we go, because of the mix and match features, the ports are going to come in at a little different angle if you don't smash them down right. So this one is currently asleep. If we rotate around, he or she, I guess, is thinking about a donut. And we can remove those. And the hairpiece, and now you can see all the different faces of these guys. Whoa, excited. And it looks like you can pop them off at the neck and torso. So yes, we can really create a lot of characters. If I can get a hold of the hair. Looks to be an interesting idea. Let's move on to Vanellope. Sorry, Ralph. And there she is, Vanellope. On the back of the card, the same as before, an image of the character inside Vanellope, 16 different expressions again with the matching and mixing, and other figures available. Let's race her out of package. And Vanellope outside of pack. So far, the most impressive feature of these figures is a very close match to what they look like on film. Vanellope with lots of candy crunchies in her hair, Twizzlers hair tie, and a sugar rush like racing attire. I guess my only concern with a figure like this would be the large headpiece and the even larger headpiece of hair. She's going to be a little tricky to stand, small feet, that issue again. So for articulation, looks like we're going to have kind of the same thing. Head rotation, looks like maybe on a ball joint. Shoulder rotation, and they just kind of rotate around. I thought maybe waist rotation because of that skirt, and there is kind of movement. I don't want to push it though. And because of the skirt, we're going to have less mobility in her feet, but there is some movement in there. That giant head though will certainly dictate how she's going to stand. Great looking figure though. Really impressed with the colorfulness of them. As for the avatar with her, there's a cool internet cat. Remove the hair piece, see what kind of faces we're dealing with. Angry. Winky. Dead. Ugh. And now that we have two, we can start. Maybe pulling the head pieces off? Maybe not. Looks like you're gonna probably keep that together. It does not look like the head piece is removed, so I guess if you're mixing and matching, you're just going to mix and match the body styles. This guy's thinking thumbs up even though he's dead. Now to end on a favorite, Sergeant Calhoun. On the back of the box, an image of Calhoun along with the avatar again, and collect them all. There is such range though with this figure collection, isn't there? So let's blast Calhoun outside of the box. And Calhoun has blasted her way outside of package, which has revealed one glaring mishap: no blaster.
Ha!
Calhoun without a blaster? Come on! That seems like an obvious fix. Ah, there we go. Thank you, Felix. I can't believe she didn't have a blaster included. That's a Star Wars blaster, by the way. And she doesn't hold it very well either. Maybe the other hand. So again, the range of this collection is pretty crazy. First we get a giant Ralph, then we get smaller characters like Felix and Vanellope, and now we get a more action hero's duty figure like Calhoun. This is one dynamite gal of an action figure.
What's that?
Alright, extra life here. So what do we got for articulation on Calhoun? Don't want to overdo her neck like a couple of the others, so I'm just going to go half rotation there. Rotation on the arms, and it looks like we can move them out too. In and out. And no waist rotation, but there is hips, very similar to Ralph and Felix and Vanellope, so very similar to the lines of the other figures. Pretty good action suit look for Calhoun. Maybe not as detailed as it could be, but it fits well with the other figures. As for her avatar, I can't get this one to stand. He keeps tipping over. What are the faces? Oh, these things can get stuck really easy to their headpieces. So we've got heart eyes, surprise eyes, just kind of regular eyes, and two sets of surprise eyes. Those are almost identical, aren't they? That's funny. Just a different nose, I guess. So a lot of different faces to mix and match with all these different avatars. Not really the most important thing of this collection. It's more about the Wreck-It Ralph figures, but kind of a novel idea too. We have really messed up this table. Since we are slightly on topic of old classic games, this Q*bert Mystery Minis vinyl figure box has been sitting in my office for way too long. I need to finally see what is inside this thing. Great box design, by the way, looking like the old Q*bert machine. There's Q*bert on the side, talking in great Q*bertese. And let's open up, see what we get. No way, it's Coily! I can't believe I've had a Coily in my office all this time, like 2 years I think this box has been sitting around. I was saving it for a Q*bert review, I just haven't got to it. Calhoun!
What? It's bad.
You just killed Coily! Oh, that's great. Well, at least that question was finally answered. Also on the table, if you've noticed, Pac-Man Mashems are about. I think you all remember about last year, this time when I was trying to collect the whole collection, which I did. However, I still have a few extra, and looking at Clyde, I still wish I could find one with a good eye. Let's do a couple more, see what we get. And Pinky has just flown out. It's amazing how much shinier they are fresh out of pack. Old Pinky is starting to look a little roughed up. I'm gonna have to keep this Pinky safe in its container. And one more to look at. It's another Blinky. Blinky's cute. I think I have several Blinky now, maybe 4 or 5. Still on a hunt for a better Clyde. There is good news about the Pac-Man Mashems though. I never really liked him, he was kind of squished up. So Target recently had this Pac-Man stress ball out on its shelves. I think this one will be much better in chasing Mashems around. Of course, it's going to be kind of hard to stand. There's Pac-Man, in squishy stress ball form. Oh, he died. Well, anyway, this table is a complete mess. Let's kind of sprucing this up. There we go, that's a little better. Obviously, I'm not too interested in the avatars yet. They're a novel little idea, kind of a strange thing to include. Maybe it'll make more sense when Ralph breaks the internet. For now, the real joy of these figures is the core figure themselves, Ralph, Vanellope, Felix, and Calhoun. They look pretty great overall, and were a pretty good deal at about $7.99 a piece.
Well, I gotta say, Ralph is my favorite. What a cool action figure.
Look out! Squirrel!
Calhoun, you just shot Landry. Good thing that squirrel has more lives than any video game around. Disney, Ralph breaks the internet. Wreck-It Ralph 2. Action figures from Ban Dai arrive on store shelves. Fall 2018 run approximately $7.99, $9.99 a piece. Something like that. If you're a fan of Wreck-It Ralph, great opportunity to pick up a core figure and novel, create your own avatar. The action figures turned out pretty well, good likely representations of what you see on film, and if you're looking for a blaster for Calhoun, she will hold Star Wars blasters too. Just be careful of coilies lurking by. That's what I have to say about that.
SquirrelBert was such a video game classic. Thanks for watching Squirrel Stampede. Please like, share, subscribe.
Oh no, we forgot to open up Kirby.
Oh yeah, Squish Me Kirby. This guy's been around the office too for a little bit. More strawberry smell. Doesn't stand very well, but super adorable. It's Kirby. Kirby! No! Donkey Kong!